NSPIRE for vouchers. The Rutland Housing Authority is starting to use a new set of rules for inspections for the voucher program. HUD developed this new set of rules called NSPIRE to change the focus of inspections to align with standard building codes and spend less time on normal wear and tear. These new inspection standards will make the voucher program better for both residents and landlords, easier, faster, more transparent. What's different? Reports of findings will be sent to landlords after the inspection with instructions on how to close out the inspection findings, if there are any. No re-inspections. With NSPIRE, the Housing Authority no longer requires re-inspections to be done in person. Each of the NSPIRE standards has an established repair period time of 24 hours, 30 days, or 60 days. For 24-hour and 30-day issues, a landlord can resolve issues by emailing, faxing, or mailing the Housing Authority proof of repairs. For issues that are marked as 60 days, property owners will not be required to provide documentation of the repairs. Proof of repair can be a work order, receipts with statement from the landlord, or photos of the repairs. The Housing Authority will now only include exterior elements, like exterior walls, sidewalks, and parking areas, if the building has 4 or fewer units and the exterior areas are for the exclusive use of residents receiving vouchers. The majority of the inspection will start and end at the resident's front door and will focus, to a large extent, on conditions related to installed components and fixtures, rather than the condition or cleanliness of the unit. Also, items like a resident's appliances will simply be skipped during the inspection unless their condition poses a grave risk to surrounding areas, such as flammables stored inside an oven. Let's talk about inspection standards. There are quite a few changes. Tenant damage and normal wear and tear. With NSPIRE, many issues related to damage caused by normal wear and tear are no longer to be considered by Housing Authority inspectors at all. For instance, hazards created by residents that only affect the resident won't be considered. In the past, resident-owned furniture blocking certain windows once resulted in a failed inspection. Not with NSPIRE. Blocked emergency rescue openings will only be cited if the blocked opening is the result of design flaws or damage to the window itself, like a window that is screwed shut or locked from the outside, or a window that is stuck shut or will not stay open. On the other hand, if the resident was found to be storing fuel-burning equipment, such as a motorbike, in their living room, that will result in an issue. This is because that improperly stored flammable equipment creates a hazard that puts the neighbors and your property at risk, not just the residents in that one unit. Condition and appearance issues, like dirty walls and carpet, won't be included on any inspection report. Hazards related to tenant-owned property, such as sharp edges on broken resident-owned picture frames, furniture, mirrors, or fans, will not be noted or included on inspection reports. Only the built environment or the property of the landlord provided as part of the lease agreement would be inspected for sharp edges, cutting hazards. Fire safety. With NSPIRE, one of the areas of greatest focus is fire safety. This includes a new requirement to have smoke detectors installed inside each bedroom, as well as in the hallway outside the bedrooms, as well as at least one smoke detector on each floor of the unit. The inspector will also check to make sure the smoke detector isn't too close to a ceiling, kitchen appliances, fans, vents, and windows that allow drafts. In addition to smoke detectors, units that have fuel-burning equipment or an attached garage will need to have a carbon monoxide detector installed. With both of these requirements, the Housing Authority doesn't require that the detectors be hardwired, only that they function. However, starting 2025, battery-only smoke detectors will need to be of a tamper-proof 10-year sealed battery design. Focusing on installed components. Unlike inspection standards of the past, inspections using NSPIRE will focus on installed components such as doors, windows, appliances, and plumbing fixtures. No longer will property owners receive failed inspections for minor issues, such as minimal damage to interior doors. The inspection will focus on major components of the unit, such as toilets, bathtubs, and appliances. And the standard? They need to be there and work properly. They need to be free of any hazards. That's it. With NSPIRE, the focus of the inspection is on the big things, making sure residents have a functioning kitchen and bathroom and doors and windows that provide proper security for the unit. Electrical safety. Just as with fire safety, the new NSPIRE standards increase standards for electrical equipment. Chances are, most units will already meet these standards, but when it comes to electrical safety, it's important to everyone that proper functionality and safety is checked. What's required for electrical? Here's a quick rundown. Bedrooms and living rooms must have either 2 working outlets or 1 outlet and 1 switched light fixture. All outlets need to be properly wired. If they are grounded, the ground will need to be working properly. This doesn't mean that all outlets must be grounded, just that those that are have to work properly. The NSPIRE standards also require that outlets within 6 feet of a water source have GFCI protection, either at the outlet or at the breaker panel. There are exceptions for outlets under a kitchen or bathroom sink, and any outlet that powers an appliance like a washing machine or refrigerator. Lastly, any outlets or breaker panels need to be secure. No loose covers, no exposed wires, no water leaks onto the equipment. The standards follow the National Electrical Code and are intended to provide residents with a safe living environment and protect the property from unforeseen hazards. Is that everything? No, there are more standards and rules, but those mentioned here represent the largest changes. Also, these standards are representative of the overall change, not just to rules, but to the Housing Authority's approach to physical inspections. The standards aren't weak or passive. In fact, they represent a stronger focus on safety for both residents and property owners. However, these new standards remove many things that often frustrated property owners and managers, namely, items related to cleanliness and areas that are outside of a landlord's control. The voucher program provides rental assistance to thousands of residents each year, and this would not be possible without property owners willing to participate with housing authorities in the Housing Choice Voucher program. With NSPIRE, the Housing Authority hopes that focus on these inspections can be collaborative and fruitful for both residents and landlords. Housing Authority's inspectors are not instructed to always find something. Quite the contrary, if a unit doesn't have any NSPIRE deficiencies, property owners will be thanked for their diligence. We hope you like the new, updated NSPIRE standards, and we thank you for your continued partnership with the Rutland Housing Authority.